Welcome to the Hustle Generation. I'm your host, Kaylee, and today in studio we have Abbie Goddard, the founder of Spikey.
I'm currently 16, a junior in high school, and I founded Spikey because I realized that drink spiking was a really big problem, and actually date raped because of it. And this past summer, I was at a business program, and it was like a 4-week incubator, and I came into the program knowing I wanted to do something to target drink spiking and to solve it. And after talking to some of the students at the university we were staying at, we realized that it affects college students predominantly. And so we looked for a way to make these testing kits and testing strips more, appealing to these students. They're less intimidating, they're more discreet. And so we partnered with a pharmaceutical company making testing strips that detect the 4 most common date rape drugs in just 15 seconds or less. And so we put their strips into keychains, and now we are working on customizing and prototyping for sororities specifically.
Yeah, that's super awesome. It's a great story. I love your invention. I'm going to have to get me one. What challenges did you face while you were developing it, and how did you overcome them?
I thought my age and my team's age would be a challenge because the people we're trying to partner with, the pharmaceutical and the organizations, had never worked with people so young before. And so I thought that would be a deterrent. But actually after just doing Spikey for so long, not that long actually, it's only been like 5 months. But after doing it more, I think I realized that because we're so young, we can see Spikey and we can see the product through a closer demographic to our target market's eyes, and we can understand their mindset, what they need in a safety tool. Definitely another challenge is that the program I was at was in California, and I live in Tennessee, so the team we formed there lives all across the U.S., and so we have to accommodate demanding school schedules and time zones, and so it can be really challenging to just find the time to meet every week and get the momentum going. But I'm trying my best to hold down the fort.
Yes. Yeah, that's super awesome. That's one of the things we focus on is like young kids starting something that like nobody thought we could. So it's really cool that you've taken something that came from a very close personal story to you and taken it and created it into so much more. That's really awesome. Is this your first business venture, or have you had others previous?
My first business venture, I guess you could consider, when I was 5 years old. I had a school fundraising challenge, and the top fundraiser would get an iPad or an iPod or something, I don't remember. But I was so determined to get that iPod because I was a technology-deprived kid. My parents did not let me have anything, and so I was like, this is my chance to get tech. And so I picked grapefruit from the tree in my backyard, and I sold them I lived in California when I was younger, so I sold them next to a really popular Starbucks, and in one weekend I made I think $700 or something like that. I did get the iPod, but that's where the entrepreneurship started.
Yeah, that's just awesome. Yeah, that's kind of where mine started. When I was little, when I was 7, my parents started me a lemonade stand. Oh. And so I had a lemonade stand at the farmer's market every Saturday. So, yeah, it's always good to start young, and you have those little experiences that you'll never know will totally shape what you like when you get older. What has been the most rewarding part of bringing Spikey?
Just the fact that since it's our company, we can have full agency to do whatever we want with it. If we want to change something, all of a sudden we aren't constricted by having a boss. We can do those things. That's really amazing. And also just seeing the impact we have on people. I know when we first started, we had a few beta testers, and they didn't really understand the problem, but we were grateful for them to even just try such a janky first prototype. But since that moment, it's grown to where now we are potentially giving thousands of these to schools at a time and having them post content and have testimonials. And every single day now, people are reaching out and saying, I was a victim myself, and I would love to spread the awareness and spread the word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool to see your product in a big picture. That's crazy. We had, I get like flagged when we have people from out of the country listen to the podcast, and we had somebody from Italy listen to it. I was like, wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. And it's just like, you never thought it would get out everywhere. How do you balance school, other commitments, and running your business?
I think it's just about priorities. Like, Spikey is always on my mind. It's my favorite passion project, and it's something I see myself doing for many years, even in college. And so I know that this is a long-term commitment, and I'm kind of willing to not sacrifice my school, but just like balance it. I'm doing Spikey in my study hall at school and sometimes in my classes. But the EIC has been really, really helpful in helping me balance that work life and still make it fun. Well, I mean, it's always been fun, but coming to the EIC first thing in the morning and just diving into all the parts of entrepreneurship is a really great way to start the morning, for me at least.
Yeah, that's what I love. I'm working on my stuff all day long. And it's like, school's not my favorite. I'm gonna go to college, but I'm not like super smart. I love doing the business part of everything. I love just working on things. So that's been a struggle for me. It's like keeping my school in line.
I saw that you do the DECA, you're the president. That's so cool. This is my second year doing DECA, and I'm actually submitting Spikey for the written thing, like independent business plan or something like that.
That's I'm doing startup business plan for my podcast.
Cool. Nice.
Yes, so that's very fun. Yeah, DECA is a great club. Great club. What kind of feedback have you gotten back from people that have used Spikey or people that know you that have used it?
Yeah, we definitely prioritize customer feedback. We're working on customer surveys after they purchase so we can constantly tweak our product. A lot of them said that the strips work great. They think they're discreet and perfectly sized. The main issue we've been having is the keychains being kind of hard to open when you're in a club or nightclub party setting. You don't want people with long nails not being able to open them or like the strips falling out. And so with our 3D printer guy, Cole, we are trying to make our prototypes a lot easier to open, and we used to actually buy our keychains, like mass produce them from someplace in China or something, but now we have full creative freedom to change whatever we want about it. And I think that's the main feedback we've gotten, is that also our packaging, some people think it looks like condom packaging. That's just me, but I mean, that's not me, but we're working on making it look more appropriate.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. How's your journey as a young entrepreneur shaped your views on safety and innovation?
Safety and innovation, two big words in one. I think innovation is so important because we looked at, I spent so long just doing research, and we looked at all the existing solutions, and we found that a lot of them are just covers or testing kits that take 5 minutes or longer, that they're single use, the thick plastic, and it's just it's not sustainable, it's not convenient. And so we took the, chemical testing technology that already existed, and we innovated upon it to put it into a keychain. And just that one simple configuration change made it so much more appealing to younger audiences.
Yeah.
As far as safety, there are so many new innovations within the safety industry. Like there's the birdie alarm, and then there's pepper spray, and so many cool keychain gadgets. So it's really nice to be joining that innovation.
Yeah, that is really cool. What are some lessons you've learned from starting your business and that might help other young entrepreneurs?
Some lessons. I think I try to tell everyone this, but it's so important who you start it with. Picking your team, and if you think you're more of a solo person, to just go that route or just follow your best gut. I remember So the program I was at, essentially all of us pitched a business idea, and then anonymously we voted for our top favorites. And mine was one of the top, 6. And then we got to curate our team, but it wasn't entirely based on who we chose. It's also like how much they wanted to work for the company. And I got but like I got 8 people, and most of the other groups only had 5. And so in that starting stage, I feel like it was kind of hard to divide the roles because there were so many of us, and we didn't have a clear idea of where we wanted Spikey to go, and goal setting and task managing. So over time, we actually downsized a few times, and now it's just down to the 4 of us. And I found that that's a lot more efficient. We're more tight-knit, we have better chemistry, less stressed, honestly. So definitely pay attention to who you're starting a business with. It's really hard to work with your friends because you may be the best of friends, but when it comes to work and having deadlines and getting things done, it may not work out. And so just being aware of that and being honest with each other. I remember in the beginning stages, I wanted to be a people pleaser so bad. And even when I could tell that some work was not getting done or work was not being done right, I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. But ultimately, it was not in their best decision to not tell them those things.
Yeah, that's really important. I'm definitely a solo person. Yeah, both of my businesses are solo, and I think although I am kind of a people pleaser, it was just better for me to just go by myself. What's next for you and Spikey? Any exciting pictures?
Yes, definitely mass distributing these to college communities. Every single day I send out about 20 to 25 cold emails, DMs on Instagram to Panhellenics, who manage all the sororities within a college, and then safety departments. On TikTok, I've subscribed to all these hashtag channels about drink spiking, just so I can learn more about how the problem has changed and how the needs of people are changing. And actually, I got a video on my For You page the other day of a girl in Nashville who was spiked, and her friends were spiked, and she was telling everyone to not go in the bars in downtown. And I reached out to her, and she's actually becoming a brand affiliate.
Wow.
And so it's really nice I think the internet is so helpful in connecting these people together. But ultimately, maybe in 5 years, I see a Spikey being given out to every incoming freshman so that they can always be protected. And beyond just a keychain, really, we're trying to have an awareness movement. I mean, every month we're having pop-up shops at universities. I'm going to have one at Vanderbilt, I think, January, just to talk about the problem and see what people are doing right now to protect themselves, or if they're even aware that these dangers are happening. Yeah, that's the end goal.
That's so cool. Yeah, your brand doesn't just have to be about a product, but it can be about education. That's really cool. Sorry. Okay. Well, where can people find and purchase Spikey? And do you have any last
Yes.
things?
So we've actually changed our website domain once, but our new domain is spikeyfirst.com, like safety first, but Spikey first. And our Instagram is Spikey First, TikTok. We're trying to get our TikTok page up and going. But if you're listening to this and you are interested in becoming a commissioned Spikey seller, brand affiliate, please don't hesitate to reach out at spikeyfirst@gmail.com. We are constantly trying to expand our reach and the awareness, and
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you
It's
for
really cool
having me.
hearing your story. Go check her out on all her socials. Check her out on the website. And that is it. We'll see you next Friday.
Awesome.
Thanks for
Thank
listening.
you.